So, in conclusion, once God is dead or dying, law becomes the best option for any ruling class to use as a foundation authority for defining good and evil, ethics and morality in technological society. It essentially acts as a ruling class ideology with a monopoly on violence, at which point it can overcome whatever other power exists out there challenging it as the foundation authority for morality, good and evil, or ethics. We saw this happening most obviously in the past year of lockdown. Governments all over the Western world and the Eastern world who use Western law concepts ordered religions and their believers not to assemble for religious services. What did the believers, the few that actually still went to church, which is not that many to begin with, parenthetically, in religions such as Catholicism, for example, the percentage of so-called practicing Catholics who still go to church is down to about 15%, is my understanding. Anyway, what is it that these believers and religions did in response to these rule of law orders telling them to stop practicing their religion? They either complied with these orders or went to a court of law to ask for permission to not comply with them. If the court of law said no, religions complied. All religions in the West have surrendered their foundation authority for ethics and morality to the authority of the law. This happened millennia ago in the East and remains so in the Eastern religions, which have always been either extensions of or have been one with secular government authority, such as communism or Islam. The Roman Republic and the Roman Empire were once considered divine by the Romans until Christianity came along. Rome is now getting its revenge. What does this mean for the working classes or for all social classes who are below the ruling classes or who serve them? The inner and outer party, as Orwell called them in his book 1984, who are now ruling over all of us in the working class. Practically not much if reality and life continue to progress physically. That is, if technology allows for all of us to live progressively, physically healthier and better lives, as it has been doing for the last few centuries. Problem is, what if such physical progress or practical physical progress and health progress stops? Or if such physical progress actually needs the class struggle that has made up the history of the last couple of millennia in order to continue physical struggle. Perhaps progress physically and perhaps socially does in fact require class struggle, in which case there's a problem. Once law and religion become one again, and this occurs within a technological society, with its ability to give the ruling classes the power to monitor, control, and exercise its monopoly on violence in every aspect of class and individual struggle. Unlike past tyrannies, the lower class will not be able to struggle against the powers. The lower classes will not be able to struggle against the ruling classes. Where religion and law are separate competing powers that be, the struggling lower classes can and would use one against the other as needed. Once religion or law are one, such is no longer an option. Then what? Maybe an Aldous Huxley type Brave New World, which is not too bad. Much of it sounds fairly nice, and the residents of it are happy at least. Maybe an Orwellian 1985. Orwellian 1984, like George Orwell's book 1984. It sounds pretty bad, and in it so many seem unhappy. But remember, the book ended with its protagonist Winston being happy and loving Big Brother as they put a bullet in his head. So it may be a progressive and sustainable future despite its dreariness. Not sure what will happen. I will leave that question, its contemplation, and the contemplation of an answer up to you. I hope these basic concepts help you understand how the law has become a religion, Hope these basic concepts allow you to contemplate and reach a belief as to what the future will be in technological society. It will be a divine global state based on the foundation authority of its rule of law religion, or at least its religious cult of power. Without doubt, that would be at least part of our future. What opposition there will be to such future, if any, is a big open question.